Frida. Fridokri. Frida. Hey, Labocas. Meow. Labas. Labas. You waiting? He's always waiting for dry food on top. This is how he eats it. If you don't put dry food on top, he's not gonna eat it. Okay. Okay, let's do this. So today is the day that we're gonna finally, well, today is gonna be tomorrow probably because today is evening already. Today is kind of this video where we're gonna finally be doing the infinite baffle cuts for the subwoofers. What I will need to do is I will need to remove this bumper because I want to see what's happening there. I hope that I don't have to take off the wheel. It's just maybe the inside liner and hopefully it's gonna come off. But today, because it's evening, I have just a few hours left. What I want to do is I want to fiberglass the inside of the manifold because somebody suggested already and I was like debating maybe not, but yeah, I'm gonna fiberglass it. I do have fiberglass, I do have resin. The little one is not home, cat is eating, so he's not gonna be in the way, just because I want to seal it properly, all those little gaps and everything. So I'm gonna try to fiberglass everything apart from that location where the cut is gonna be and this location where the cables are gonna be. I'm not gonna do a time lapse because I'm just too tired to set up all the cameras and everything. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna show you when it's done. Okay, so I really have no idea what I'm doing. So I do have 500 mils of resin. I do have 5 mils of activator, so it's like 1 in 10. I have this, I have a big brush because it's gonna be a big area. I do have gloves this time because usually I do without gloves. And I do have this chop mat that I chopped into smaller pieces and I have long ones. I hope it's gonna be for the seams, so wish me luck. Okay, when I say that I have no idea what I'm doing, I really have no idea what I'm doing. I don't like it. I really don't like this thing. So for this side, I went just one layer, basically all the top, all the gaps, all there, everything there. On this one, exactly the same, all there. This corner I didn't have enough for the top, so I think I'm gonna do, man, I don't have another brush, so I will need to buy it tomorrow, but I really don't like it. It's super messy and it stinks as hell. Even if I'm working in an open environment, it still stinks. I think I'm gonna be high today. So with this fiberglass, the main goal for me was to go all over the foam and all the gaps rather than go like here on the dead end. That would be kind of pointless, so I left all of that alone, and now I'm just gonna leave it until tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is gonna be totally dry and I can continue working. But now, since it's still a bit light, I think I'm gonna start taking off the bumper. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that while I still have some light. What I want to show you is, so I took out the lights, a few screws that I could find. I'm gonna go under the car just to show you that. You can see here, there's a plastic trim. So everything that is above, you cannot see anything exactly the same on this side. And the cut is gonna be, you cannot see anything, but it's gonna be there. So it will be invisible, literally. You can see in the shocks, I do have those rubber thingies because this bloody suspension of the Skoda is so soft and I will need some options. If anybody knows how to make the suspension stiffer without spending 500 pounds on it, I would be very grateful for that. But now I'm gonna try to remove all of this to see what's under. There we go. the bumper is off. The good thing, the crash bar is fine. It wasn't crashed because I'm not really sure about the history of this car. Yeah, it looks cool. So I did had some help from my neighbor because my neighbor is yeah, he's doing body work. He's fixing cars that gets into an accident and paints them at the moment in the backyard because he's looking for a unit. And he helped me to find one bolt that was screw that was like here in the very corner from the top over there. Without him, I wouldn't be able to remove this. So thank you to my neighbor. So in regards to the breathing space, what we have here is here. Now I need to have a look with the frame. Okay, so the frame itself is going there. So I can go all the way up till here, which is, oh, basically much more than I wanted. I have this, but probably I'm not gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut until this so that this would stay as, it's not structural really, but it's much stronger than this sheet metal. So I think I'm gonna go like this. Obviously I'm gonna enlarge this up till here, down, all the way down there, which is gonna be, if we have a look from the bottom, it's very difficult to see because it's dark, but something like this and like this. So I will calculate the area later on after the cut is done, but I know that I can go if I need to much more into here and cut a hole here as well. And this will be behind this plastic. So behind this plastic, it will be able to breathe everywhere. You can see here, there's a hole, everything is gonna come out. So there's not gonna be any like air pressure. Probably I will put just one sheet of deaden on this one, maybe, so it wouldn't flap like crazy. And I will need to wash this and treat a little bit as well. Just put like one sheet there, one sheet there, in hopes that it's not gonna rattle that much. But yeah, actually it wasn't as hard as I was expecting. So now it's evening. I'm gonna go to sleep. Obviously I'm gonna tidy up a little bit and I'm gonna continue tomorrow. However, everything that I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, that is choppy cutty cutty, will be on my Patreon. And again, it's not going to be a paywall. If you want, you can subscribe to my Patreon for $1 and you can watch that video. If you don't want, that's perfectly fine. Find me on Facebook, text me, and I'm going to send you the link with the part when I'm actually cutting. So I will see you on Patreon, but if you're not going to watch the video, I will see you when the cut will be done. Good morning. Come on. Hey, coffee is done. Good morning. So since now is about 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna start cutting because I'm a bit concerned about my neighbors, and having an angle grinder going when they're sleeping is not very nice of me. So I'm gonna start with cleaning all of that. I just need to remove those trims as well, and I'm gonna put some deadener on it. I will use whatever the cheapest stuff that I have because I don't want to waste the good vibrofilter stuff on this. I did made a little mark here where that hole is, so I know I will need to treat something like there and at the bottom as well. Let me remove those, the bottom ones, and then we're gonna clean them. Let's do a very quick experiment slash test. So the panel on that side that goes under that side is fine. On this side, there's a muffler over there. So it has a heat shield that goes like that. So what I did, I used CLD on the other side because if I'm gonna put it on this side, on the heat shield, obviously it's gonna melt. What I wanna do is on this side here that goes in front of the muffler, I wanna put this. This is, again, AliExpress, cheapy cheapy stuff. So this is supposed to be like for the engine bay, where it has an aluminum foil and it has a layer of CCF. Now, I did some Googling and ChatGPT says that the muffler gets hot to about 250, 300 degrees C. This heat gun does 300 degrees on the first setting and 500 on the second. So what I want to just cut a small piece and just try if this thing can withstand 300 C. If it does, I'm just gonna put it on top of the heat shield just to add something extra. Now with this, I just put one sheet because this deadener, if you're wondering, this is from the depth of eBay, the cheapest of the cheap stuff. And I was planning to use this on external panels just because I don't want to waste a good deadener for the outside. All the good one is for the inside. And this is just not to have resonance control or to have the best performance. This is literally just to add a little bit of mass so it would rattle less, because I know it's gonna rattle. It's impossible to stop it, because when those 218s are gonna start going, nothing is gonna help. This is just literally just to try to reduce it. So I did put CLD from outside, so it will be visible, but yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna hold. If it's gonna melt and drip down, that's gonna be a lesson, but hey, you learn stuff. So now I want to test this very quickly. Okay, this is my test setup. It's running on level 1, which is 300C. You can see it's not burning, it's not melting yet. I put it on a very corner so that if anything would melt, it wouldn't be an issue. Now I'm gonna grab a thermal camera and we're gonna see if any of that heat is being transferred to the other side. Okay, this is probably 5 minutes later. We see that it does pick up something at about 170 degrees C, so close to 200 degrees C. But this is the same. There's no really hotspot. 50 degrees over there. From the other side, 40, nothing. So just to prove, I have a piece of cardboard. Let's put the cardboard in and let's have a look. There we go. It is heating up. We have 70, 80, 90, 100 degrees, 110, 120, yeah, 110, 120, 130, 140, 160, yeah, 140. So yeah, the cardboard does heat up. It's not burning. Yeah, we can see 150, close to 160 degrees C. It doesn't go really higher than that. Probably just dissipates the heat. The cardboard is absorbing everything. But yeah, over 100 degrees C, and this is holding. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this now. The only thing is the adhesive. How is it hot? Yeah, it is hot. But but it does dissipate the heat quite fast. The only thing is the adhesive that probably will not stick to very big corners just because it needs a lot of bends. So I will put this only on the flat piece. I didn't stick it in properly. I will put it on just on the flat piece over there. But yeah, good stuff. So I paid £6.50 for this roll from AliExpress. I'm gonna use it in the engine bay after the deadener. But yeah, good stuff. So, I know we'll have some comments. I am 98% sure that all of this is pointless. I am confident, but I had this shitty CLD lying around. I needed to use it somewhere, so why the hell not? What I'm gonna do is gonna be very funny. I'm gonna post a picture of this, just like that, on the deadening group, and I'm not gonna comment anything, and I wanna see what people are gonna say, because I know it's gonna be a laughing stock, but in a way, this is like shops are posting ripped interiors with 120% coverage of CLD on every single nook and cranny. So this is kind of the same, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how this CLD holds up, because again, this is the cheapest stuff that I could find on eBay. But yeah, you cannot deny it looks good. I'm not going to put any foam. I'm not going to waste any foam on this because it's going to be pointless as well. The only thing, I will need to be a bit careful, like these plastic thingies. I left some space here, but if it's not going to be enough, I will have to chop off a little bit more if it will be touching, it will not let to put the bumper back. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about the lights, because with the lights it's touching in 4 places, so here and these 2 bolts. So I might put just a little bit of close cell foam on the actual lights where this touches, so it's not going to rattle, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference. And I'm going to put a sheet of CLD from the inside to seal that hole with the cable. So now it's a bit later in the morning. I think everybody woke up. If not, sorry, let's choppy. Man, I got so excited that I forgot to eat breakfast. So, welcome back. If you came back from the Patreon, this is what I did. I did exactly the same on that side. If you want to see what was done, go to the Patreon and you're going to see. Now is just putting everything back and starting to assemble. I didn't test this one on Patreon. I did test this one with a cutout, impedance graph and frequency response. I'm going to show you later on when everything is going to be installed. But now I need to put this bumper back, put all those bottom plates, clean up a bit, and it's kind of pretty much it. I just hope that the rain is not gonna come. I need to hurry up. Oh man, my back is killing me. I did everything inside with the deadener, not necessarily for the deadening itself, but to make it kind of airtight and just a little bit to add a little bit of mass. But yeah, it's not necessary, it's just, why not? Exactly the same on this side. Everything deadener. It looks cleaner, it looks much nicer now. I'm thinking now everything from the inside is done, so I can technically put both of the subwoofers in and we can technically measure them. Clean everything up, put the subs in, amplifiers connected, and this is what I meant when I just started this build. You would not be able to tell that this is infinite baffle. Not from the bottom because there's trace, not from nowhere. There's no indication that it's infinite baffle. Totally stealth, and everybody would think that these are sealed. I love how it looks like. Now, one thing I think what's gonna happen when we're gonna measure is that one of the subwoofers is gonna affect the other one and the other one, because when this will be playing without that one, this is gonna act as a passive radiator. And I think my suspicion is that at the FS, which is like 27, 28, whatever, we will have a little bit of a suck out in the frequency response. And for the other side, exactly the same. But when they're going to play together, there shouldn't be any. So let's check that theory. Okay, let's do the sweep. And we're going to compare it to before. There is a little bit of a resonance distortion, probably the mic is clipping. Okay, so we don't have anything. I thought we're gonna have a little suck out here, but we don't. This is interesting that the top end is a little bit different. Above 80 hertz, the top end is very, very different. Well, this is kind of the same. Okay, so this is the right side on my side. Let's do the left one now. Okay, the amp connected. This is going to be the first time that I'm doing that subwoofer and infinite baffle. Let's see. And the moment of truth. Distortion, yes. Identical, all the way up to 60 hertz. Identical. There's literally half a dB. Oh my god. So yeah, it absolutely and totally doesn't matter where the subwoofer is, because the response is exactly the same. Third measurement. Let's connect these subwoofers together and measure them at the same time. Okay, I connected them together. The problem is that I connected them in parallel, and this amplifier is only 2 ohm stable. So in parallel, there's going to be 1 ohm. But on low level, I would imagine it should be fine. Let's see. Let me go wide. Yeah, I forgot to turn on the amplifier. You big dummy. On. Okay, now let's try for sure. They are out of polarity. So this is what happens when the subwoofers are 180-degree out of phase. I connect them by accident, plus minus minus plus. You can see everything went down. Surprisingly, we still have kind of the same output above 80. Let me swap the polarity of one sub. Yes, one wire was out. Okay, because I didn't notice that they were fighting each other. Let's do this. Oh, wow. Okay, so the pressure is massive and I am clipping the microphone. So this is not summing because the microphone is clipped. Even on these, when I measured, which one was 12, this one, the distortion went like way up because I'm clipping the microphone. This is on super low level. Let me reduce the level to minus 20 and let's try again. Okay, let's go SPL. Remove this. The blue one out of phase. This one was clipped. And this is our response. So obviously, I removed the level, so the level should be much higher. And we do have a little peak here. Okay, so it should be something like this. I added plus 6 dB. And we do have a little peak at 22. But yeah, sounds nice. Not sure what's happening here, that the bottom end, like below 20, kind of falls off a little bit compared to individual responses. But yeah, basically this is the summed response and it's very nice. So for final thing, as a treat, because you were with me for quite a while, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a very quick SPL test. Let me bring the dB meter. Is it gonna show? It's gonna show. Let's try, okay, 20, let's do 20 hertz. Let's do minus 10 here, just to see. Oops. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's vibrating a little bit. There we go. Is it gonna work? Okay. 20. Okay, 124. This is on very low power. Okay, let's try. Let's try -1. I'm not sure if the amplifier is gonna hold because it's wired down to 1 ohm, but it's still, it's gonna be 2 volts in, so it's like 50% of the amplifier output. Let's try. This is bloody mental. Shall we try 10 hertz? Just for fun. I'm a bit scared. Okay, let's do this. Okay, 133 at 10 hertz. This is mental. On one amplifier, one simple lithium battery. Man. Okay. Um okay, I'm not gonna continue this video because first of all, I am too excited. Second of all, I'm so hungry because it's 3 o'clock and I had only breakfast because I was so excited to do this that I didn't eat today at all. Bye. I'll see you in the next one.